What up? Up on at 8 in the morning with a fucking headache. Sometimes you just can't catch these guys. So you gotta get on early and get when they can get. Number 3 team in the nation still. Taking on Texas. This guy's custom playbook has grown substantially the last year. So it should be a tough game. It's gonna run all the cheese. We just gotta hope our crowd noise can help whenever we need it on third down. The boy just held that until it was done.
Chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Got a tough one in the process, guys, so hopefully we can lock in here.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. From the gun, the running back has it. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared
LSU,
with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. He's got a job, baby. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings.
I had him.
It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Give to the running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Dude, I'm there in the hole. I just can't stop him. I'm the only person in the whole league that these guys run on, I swear.
His mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wants to pass it.
Let's go, boys. Way to get there. We're not here for any of that.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. They'll run the option. The pitch.
Nobody wants to go out there. Have you on? Oh, he's on the pitch man. No, he's on the QB.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, I can't play that shit no better. Can't play it any better.
Running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
I like feeding my guy.
Couldn't
I like
play
getting my
that
running
any
back
better if
touches,
I wanted
feeding
to,
the ball so
man.
he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not
Let's
much
go,
there
Barnes.
on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. They're setting up the screen.
That's crazy, dog.
So close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up 30-long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground.
Oh, you're joking me. This guy gets the fucking touch in the backfield, but I can't take him down?
My guys all throughout the week. When we get in these certain situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
That's on me, trying to make us play with the GM.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Makes a man miss.
Let's go. Push him back there.
He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan.
4th and 1, baby. We got to get off the field.
And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Unlocked. Why is it locked?
On 4th down, trying
Let's
to
go, baby.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Way to get there, Atkins. They don't want to block you off the edge. You fucking come through crashing.
So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get
New internet cable, baby. We're locked in.
He'll do it himself.
Should have gave it off there.
Run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch
We're
the
gonna
linebacker,
find
you can
Earl
tell,
Thomas on
locked in the
defense.
quarterback, chases him down, gets to him, and not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle, gets him on the ground.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
Why? Well, look at my receiver. Why is my receiver doing that?
Man, you talk all
Why is he
about
doing
setting
that?
the tone.
Dude's just running
Don't
backwards.
let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the
It's
first
crazy,
possession of the
actually.
football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week.
Hopefully I'm not stuck in this fucking camera fucking formation.
One final play before the end of the quarter. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
Told you, he's pulling on all the T's.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He stops him at the 31, but not
Really not paying
before he
attention to
picks
what
up
I've been
10
picking
yards
here,
on the
so.
play. Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical, and I
I
think
mean, yeah, that's
when
all
you
this
think
guy
about
wants to do
great
is run,
Texas
so
teams,
just gonna-
you probably think about the running game, the
Nothing like that.
physicality, and I could go through so many backs for Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They'll leave it with him. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Quarterback run is part of their
Let's go!
game
Get his
plan. And they
ass.
did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles.
Why does this keep happening?
Hits. Make that
I'm not even
for a whole
pressing.
length of the game.
Now it comes up. What the fuck is happening with my controller, bro?
And the Longhorns pick
I've been
up the first
spamming the
down.
L3 button trying to get that
They give
shit
you
off.
4
It finally
downs
goes
for a reason,
away.
and this offense
That
decides
shit
to use
crazy,
every one
bro.
of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they did.
The Longhorns have this offense rolling.
They're just playing like fucking idiots every game except for the one they played
That
me.
play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Throwing that shit all around now. They play me, they run it 20 times a game.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. Pulled down for the tackle.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Pushing forward. That's awesome. Pushing forward. That's just awesome.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in.
Can't stop him.
Takes it to the house.
Can't stop him. Couldn't stop him last year. Like, if people would play like this the whole season, they would win games.
He saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They would win them.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it
That's alright, I got something for it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. Got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Ah, come on right now.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
3rd and goal coming up here. Looking for space. It's Durham. And he's sprinting down. Take it all the way. Touchdown LSU.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot.
We're the #1 team in recruiting. They're the #2 team in recruiting. They've both been top 5 all 3 years. It's a huge game for recruiting.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. They need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? They got to stop the bleeding right now.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. He's going to pass. Takes a hit as he fires.
Oh, that's a pick. Maybe we're going the other way.
Down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he
And this is why I don't be winning these games.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to
We
try
can't
and
turn
keep
the
their
ball over.
secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And what a job by this defense early in the game. You want to set
Let's go. 2
timeouts.
timeouts.
As much as you
No
can.
pick sixes.
Here in the 1st half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Damn, I think I finally got the edge there.
It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How'd you let that go? Clock will stop.
Oh, shit.
Timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the
We
sideline.
got super lucky.
They've got
I don't know
inside
how
the
his guy
30
can
at the
get that.
28, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Throws toward the end zone.
Oh my god,
And he
dude.
really
We
wanted to
had
get the
him.
touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Straight cooked him.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. Grab near the marker. It's Watkins. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And that will go backwards. A
Damn
negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly.
Bro, why are you such a bad thrower?
Incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here.
I shouldn't even have fucking put no extra shit on it. In the rain, I can't put no extra shit on it. I just gotta throw it. That's crazy, man. Dude was wide open on that short post.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner is stuck.
Couldn't eat late because I was on the fucking thing. Too late for timing, I guess. Fuck, man.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch.
Wow.
Oh, and the defense
wow.
got it. Gets it into the
illegal
end zone,
block. What the fuck?
Down. We'll see if this
Dog.
one is coming back.
It's crazy, man.
One more onto that lead.
We just lose our extra possession like that.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
That sucks.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Washington State is running away with things, and I'm not sure anyone inside that program saw this coming today. They're up by 17 over Old Dominion. We'll circle back.
That pisses me off.
You should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. He's looking to throw. He turns that loose down the right side.
It's wide open, bro. I didn't put nothing on it. I just let him throw it, bro.
For this team, because on paper they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game.
Standing still, he can't throw a football.
To turn this thing around.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, he drops the
Oh, damn.
He had him right down the
That's
gut
good
of the
defense.
field. Instead,
Wow.
it'll be second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't
Got
shown
it in your
It's the third
hands,
quarter. They got to
bro.
get it going now.
Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag.
The
on
play
field.
is
Let's see what
over,
the call
bro.
is.
The play is
They
over.
say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
The fucking play was over already.
Let's see what they've got on second down. On the option. He'll pitch it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation.
I made a miss, but it was the short side.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on fourth down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, looking to pass. Pressure coming.
God damn it, man. Triangle was open.
Play on fourth down to stop this drive.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Looking for room. It's Gibson. He got a bunch
Guys
of
throwing up the middle, he still goes
more,
for
but he's
fucking
got the first down.
10 yards.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Well, jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Wants to fire on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll take it himself.
Oh my God, are you serious, bro? These are linebackers he's running through.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Calls his own number. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They're bringing heat. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gibson. And the
Gotta have that
completion gives him
tackle.
a fresh set of downs.
Gotta
and keeps
have
his
it.
drive moving.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Now it's second and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Texas!
I keep thinking he's going to do something different. He's not going to do anything different.
Offense gets the job
We're
done.
going to get some stops on that. Because he's not going to put the ball in there now.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense.
Damn, that fumble cost me like a motherfucker,
Great
man.
job by the offense extending their lead.
And they add the extra point
Oh,
to
that's
finish the
crazy.
drive. About
I've
to
had a
kick it
fumble.
away after scoring the touchdown.
2 fumbles. That's crazy. Fuck.
He'll call for the fair catch here. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got a wide open receiver.
Let's go, man.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Tigers are in the hurry up. Quarterback keeps it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown by the Bengals. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team on the field as they'll
Thinking about kicking an onside here. That might guarantee him 7.
It bounds
It's less
through the
time
back
off
of
the
the end
clock.
zone. It'll be a touchback.
Wildcat.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Brings up second down.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas 21, LSU 14.
He might try to go for it because it's second and short.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the run, it's Gibson. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down.
Oh,
Unloads quickly. At the 45 on his way.
damn. Man, he's quick. Where is fucking Honey Badger? Why is Honey Badger the slowest one there?
They couldn't bring him down.
Why the fuck is Honey Badger nowhere to be found?
They extend this lead, and
Damn.
it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. When
Damn,
that
bitch.
receiver got
Five
free, it
minutes.
was all over.
One touchdown
So
and I'm in the
nice
same
to have a
position.
receiver like this as a
God
quarterback, 'cause you
damn.
had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 19 over Kansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Running it to the right. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll run play action. Caught close to the marker. It's Watkins. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
I guess I'm tapping it. I guess I'm not pressing my button. I guess I'm pressing it too fucking fast for my video.
It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Multiple times today, they haven't passed it.
They've got a good chunk of ground
Multiple
to cover on 3rd
times
and
today.
long from the 41. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And he's not going to get there.
Comes
The
down to
defense
this, boys.
stands tall and makes the stop.
Comes down to this.
Down by multiple multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield.
They're gonna call me short. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense.
They're gonna call me short,
Again, their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop.
And this guy takes off a crazy shit. 21 rushes. That's crazy. Probably got 3 passes.
From the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Even when I get him, he's breaking things. It's crazy. It's really a crazy game.
The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. The option look. Pass the sticks, and he may get more.
Crazy.
And he runs it in for the
Damn it,
score.
man.
Touchdown, Texas.
Couldn't get no blocking, couldn't get no stops.
They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week
Did I
10.
get any stops?
And how about the job blocking by
No.
the wide receivers? If you're going to play receiver in this offense, you can't only want to catch the ball.
And I
you
got
gotta
a
be willing
fucked
to
up
block.
fumble.
They did a great
I
job.
mean, I got stopped on 4th down twice, too. But... Damn.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits
Something
the
about
uprights,
playing
and they're up a
Texas.
full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
LSU 14.
Fair catch called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Movement here from the tight end. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their
That's
weight.
why I don't run screens. I've never been able to get the fucking screenplay to go.
Really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this
Never.
passing attack.
Everybody
They had
runs
some
screen
matchups
all
they were gonna have
game.
to win one-on-one.
I can't
They've
get that
been able to
motherfucker
do
to
that,
get
and
out.
as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Man, are they using
Quarterback
fucking
changing the
receiving
plays at the
backs?
line.
How are they doing?
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
The dude can't hit a
That one's
pass,
incomplete.
bro.
They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's
Can't
4th
hit a
down.
pass. Wide
Trailing
open.
this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Headed to the end zone.
It's a
Touchdown,
speed animation. Like,
and
what the fuck?
stomping has commenced.
Why did he get that?
Starting to see some smiles on
All
the
I did was
sidelines
take the
here,
snap.
close to a Week 10 victory. Texas fight and fighting them
Whack.
through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Well, 7 on 7 here. Come on, line, hold up. Little 7 on 7.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time,
My fucking legend at home is getting fucking fumbles. His is getting speed boost.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He wants to take the top off. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked up.
I should have pressed triangle. Yes, but I'm just trying to make sure I make the catch if I touch it. If I press triangle, I know he ain't gonna catch that bitch.
They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Looking to take a shot.
Yeah, right, Connie.
And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Looks as if he'll work
Now my boys want to stop
about the 11-yard line.
Get a couple of stops for me. It's because we can get him behind the chains on
Coming
1st
to the
down.
line of scrimmage on 3rd down.
Throwing that pass.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out.
LOL, boys.
Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. On the option. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown.
It's really that easy. If I don't get some dumbass fucking fumble animation.
Continue to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here comes the 2-point try. They want to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it.
Couldn't get nothing off.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
I don't catch anybody by surprise with that anymore, because everybody knows. I'll just start putting it up high, that way I can get the bounce.
They go block, they go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
The game would have been over if he
After the
would have
pickup, they
done
come
that.
to the line 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
On the move. And he's running.
Ah, he's just faster. He's just faster than everyone.
And the route is on.
I should look just like the USC one.
They are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Alright, let's try to put up
And you knew
6.
this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Jaden couldn't get it
And the point after is
going.
good. About to kick it off after
Had
lunch.
a day yesterday. Our last game versus Florida. Well, I meant to say that. I played Florida last week, but my internet cable was out. So I had to use Wi-Fi, so there just wasn't even no point in streaming. Y'all wouldn't have been able to see it.
Needed just a little more help to turn that
But
into a big
we
return.
got
Now
it
marking
pretty
down
good.
at the 29.
Revenge game for last season. I was hoping to do the same here today.
First down.
Damn it.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Let's go.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take
Couldn't
the
stop him.
figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look
Alright,
good at
GG's.
every
I
phase of
think
the
I
game.
got
What the coaching staff-
Georgia next
I
week. It's
don't
gotta be
know
Georgia.
what you could ask
Georgia
for your
or
guys to do
so I
better.
think
I think the challenge now for this team is
Georgia,
going out next
Michigan,
week and trying to
Miami.
play with the same type of
So now we have
intensity
to
and the same
win.
level of execution.
Well,
Win
Jesse,
out,
it's
I
easy to look
believe.
good on the
We
field.
gotta
You
win
look
out to
that
make
good in the
playoffs.
union. Like,
If we
when
make
you look that
playoffs.
good coming off the bus, those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved
Dylan
it.
beats
Just domination from start to
Michigan.
finish.
He's probably
That's going to do it
in
for
the
us. Jesse
championship.
Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team.
This
I'm Reese
is
Davis. This
crazy.
has been another presentation of EA Sports
This
College
is what I
Football.
want to see. 25 rush attempts. That's so crazy. Alright, GG's. I'll see y'all next week versus Georgia.